Hey everyone.
Hello guys, how are you?
Well, let's wait for some people to join us and come on. But yeah, I'm sure you guys are familiar with us already.
Yeah, we are the SMIC team,
The Millionaire Matchmakers
of Raising Capital. I really said creating, but yeah, Raising Capital.
Yeah, we create it and we raise it. So today we wanted to talk specifically to women, actually, about how you can secure the bag and invest it.
Because if you secure the bag, you want to keep it and let it grow as well. So there's no point just securing your bag and then for 1-2 months you need to make sure that is going to set you up for the future.
Exactly. We've done some research, and only 3% of all the venture capital in this world goes to women in business. So you've got the majority of the money in circulation when it comes to business, when it comes to investing, in the hands of men, and that is just the way it is right now.
So it's only a small percentage of capital going to women who are entrepreneurs, who are doing businesses. So where are they actually getting their money to do their businesses from, or
exactly.
Is that not? I don't know. I'm asking you. Do you know?
Well, there's a few ways. Some women work and save. Some women have wealthy husbands who invest into their business, or partners who invest into their business. Given that the majority of wealth is in the hands of men, it seems that a lot of these women will get money from their spouses or partners to then set up their businesses.
Yeah, so bring us nicely onto our topic of how to secure your bag and invest it. So there are a few ways which you can do that. If you are married, married women are protected by the law anyway, so they have that security. But if you're in a long-term relationship or a situationship that is not yet led to marriage, you need to be investing in your future as well, because there's no contract between you. Even if you're living together, even if you're paying half the bills, you might even be contributing towards the mortgage, you would still have to take that man to court to be able to say, well, I have a share of this house. So it's not that straightforward, and usually in any breakup, it's never amicable. Nobody's going to say, okay, I'm going to leave now, I've had enough of you. What do you want? Do you want that? No, it's usually, there's a problem there. So
exactly.
Securing your bag during the happy times is, because it's too late. When the relationship has already broken down and you're trying to say, oh, give me this and give me that, it's too late.
Exactly.
It's too late to do that. So do it when you're in that happy space, when that man is happy to give you whatever you want because you're his darling, you're his princess. That's when you need to be securing the bag.
And then not only that, at that moment, in the good times of a relationship where a man is willing to do anything to make you happy and to provide, you're setting aside a proportion for that time, even if the time doesn't happen, which, what is it, 70% of relationships end up in divorce, whatever. And so, women have to be very mindful, especially if, for example, you have a partner who is allowing you to stay at home, paying all the bills, giving you expenses or giving you, money. You need to make sure that you're putting that somewhere and investing it into your future.
Yeah, I mean, we're not talking about married women per se. Like I said, the law protects married women, because if you do divorce, then you are entitled to a percentage of the income that you have brought throughout for the rest of, if you have children, the rest of the children's lives, which is what's happened there. So married women, it's more like if you want a hobby, or if you want to do something, maybe your children have flown the nest and they're at boarding school or college or whatever, then and you want to start a business, then you could ask your husband to invest in you. If you want to do an online business or something like that. And it's how maybe some women don't know how to ask, or how to approach it, because they've been a stay-at-home mom for many years, and then maybe the husband might take it wrongly, like, oh, you're sprouting wings, you're trying to do something that's a bit different from what you've previously done. But everybody still has a chance to grow. Everybody can develop themselves and take up new hobbies, and maybe it's the hobby, the passion that becomes the business that ends up bringing extra income, which you can have for yourself. Just for you, or spend it on your children and whatnot. But the married side is totally different from single women that are in relationships. So that's what we want to talk about.
Yeah, because I think even if you're dating and you're in a relationship but not in a marriage yet, it's still important that you are securing your bag in some way and investing, not just in clothes and shoes and hair and nails, but in tangible businesses and assets.
And there's ways, I was just saying to Victoria earlier, I've had various businesses, and partners have either invested in my businesses, or we've maybe done something together, or if I wanted to do something. For example, I started a company called Mega Hair Brazil in early 2000. I was one of the first people to sell Brazilian hair online, and I asked one of my partners to help me to basically get enough money to buy a few kilos of hair, and to sponsor my travel to went to Ukraine, I went to India, I went to Brazil as well, sourcing hair. So he was investing in this business, and sometimes when I'm like, I'm giving you all this money, what's in it for me, sort of thing. So he gave me an idea of, why don't you franchise out this business instead of, probably for his own selfish gain, but it kind of worked in my favor, because what I did was then sell the franchise in Nigeria, Namibia, America, and to South Africa as well. So I had 5 franchises. Each of them had paid me an amount of money for the franchise, for the name, to use the name, and then they were able to actually, I was able to get another revenue stream from them, because they would buy the supplies from me. I would be their wholesale supplier. So it was just another way, and that idea came from my partner, because he was fed up of giving me money all the time, that do this to help yourself, and you never know, your partner could give you the best idea to now go off and do your business.
Exactly. So, it's also about when you are dating as well, or you're getting into a relationship, you, as a woman, especially in this day and age, yes, okay, we are in the era of women empowerment, but the facts of the matter is your male counterparts are getting paid way more than you. They will tend to have more money than you, and you need to leverage that to your advantage. If you're with somebody, if they're in a position to support you and support your dream, if they love you, they will do that. They should be doing that, and if they're not, then they're not the right person for you, because relationships is about growth, and as a woman, especially as a woman, we need to protect our futures. We need to make sure, because it's not so easy for us as women. We're underrepresented in so many places. There's a gender pay gap, which is still huge. There's the fact that we have families and children. Like, if you're going to go into a relationship and you want children, that man needs to be able to provide for you. So if he's not able to invest into your dreams or your passions as his potential future wife or whatever, then it's probably not the best relationship to be in all honesty. And we need to be thinking future-wise, not just today, not just about acceptance. We need to be thinking about securing the bag and making sure that we're investing it into our own dreams and into our passions and things that can contribute, not only just for ourselves, but for the household as well.
Yeah, and also, there's certain personalities. For example, if you're dealing with an alpha male, he might not want you to be going out to do business. He might not even want you to work. He just wants, this beautiful doll that he can just, show off, and it shows his masculinity, really, or his success, because he has a beautiful girl on his arm, and he doesn't want that woman to work. That is fine as well, because there's a lot of women, personally, that would be great for me. I wouldn't want to work either. I'd rather just do what I'm passionate about, which is things like this. So you can still, even though you're not working, or your partner, boyfriend doesn't want you to do a business, there's ways to still get money to put aside, just in case you need to do something for your future. For example, if your boyfriend spends money on you, or takes you shopping, or says, look, here, babe, here's some money for some shopping. Don't spend all of it all at once. Put some aside and then spend a little bit, or you don't even have to spend all of it. So say any of it. You say, well, I didn't see anything I liked. You put that aside. Or where, if your boyfriend lives in another state or another city or another country, and he flies you over, always ask for the upgrade, so that you can fly the economy, but if he's giving you the money, then at least save that £1,000, whatever it is, and just to, find yourself a cheap flight. If he's buying you a ticket, that's a different story. You buy what he gives you, but if he's giving you the money to do it, find the cheaper option. Put some aside. Or babe, I need to buy a new shoes, new boots, whatever. Always try and be a little bit smart. There's always ways that you can save a little bit of that money, and once you've saved that, then it's time to invest, because these investing it that makes it grow, isn't it? So
exactly. And the types of investments you can look at, education could be one. Get some coaching, get some learning on how to start a business.
Yeah, invest in yourself.
Invest in yourself. And I will say investing in yourself pays the best dividends, because a lot of the time we don't do things like start a business or like build a brand or do the philanthropy that we want to do or do things that we're passionate about, because we don't know how. And knowledge and connections, as I always say, the two things how. So invest into, always, my first thing is always invest in yourself, into your development, into your learning, and then property, get a house if you can, get a mortgage. You can buy different asset classes. You can invest in, buy some shares. Instead of having the money in the bank, you can invest into shares if that's the kind of thing you want to look at. You can invest into not only your own business but another business. Perhaps you want to support other women and go into a partnership where
that's another thing you could. Sorry to cut you. It's another thing you could ask your partner to buy for you instead of, babe, what do you want, a Gucci bag? Buy me some shares in Apple. Buy me some. I think Kanye West did that for Kim Kardashian. Yeah, Kardashian, and her shares increased like 5-6 fold. So, what would you rather have? You can buy the Gucci bag with the increase. Once you've sold.
Exactly. So, ladies, it's really about thinking smartly about how you're leveraging your relationships for not just romance but also security, because it's the foundation of everything, really. And we need to be a lot more savvy and a lot more wiser, so that we're not ending up in situations where we can't afford to live a certain lifestyle or provide for our children. The kind of people we have in our lives and the men that we have in our lives are very important. A great man will always support a great woman, and it's important that when you're getting that support and help, that you're using it in the right way. You're being smart about it. You're not spending on what we call depreciating assets, like okay, fair enough, Louis Vuitton bags and things like that. Yes, they have a value, but you don't want to be selling all them things when you're broke. You want to be able to have assets that actually create an income for you, that actually create some leverage, or learn a skill, or start a business that can produce an income for you, so you can sustain yourself if necessary.
Yeah,